Oh, 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 oh. Yes, sir, ski. Come on in, come on in. Yo, what up, what up, what up? Come on in, come on in. Yes, sir. 4126. What's going on? Shout out to everybody coming on in. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day to all the mother box truckers, mother box truckers. Shout out to all the moms. Shout out to everybody that got a mom. Hope you guys spent the day or spent some time with your moms. What's this emergency meeting about? Man, this ain't no emergency meeting. I just came on to tell the mothers Happy Mother's Day. I'm not finna be on long because I got some company coming through, so I just said let me come on and say Happy Mother's Day. Shout out to Great Polo, FTS LLC, Barbara Lee, all you guys that's got these road inspections going on this week. Uh, Crafty Candle said, happy you finally made it to a live. Yeah, this ain't a educational live. I just really came on to tell all the mothers Happy Mother's Day. I know I said it Thursday, but I said I got a few minutes in between. I've been running like a Hebrew slave all day, all day. Just been busy, just preparing for Mother's Day and flowers and all this stuff, reservations, car service, making sure everything was lined up on time uh, for Mom Dukes and some other mothers that I um, make sure you know, make sure they have a good day as well. So not just my mother, but some other mothers too. I just make sure they had a good Mother's Day as well. So preparation from early this morning to making reservations and hitting the reservations and lining everything up and eating and entertaining and everything that goes along with Mother's Day. So, but I still got some more to do. So, uh, let me see. Taking Tuesday to Thursday off. Avoid all that BS with these state troopers. Foot week for a little break. Good week for a little break. Okay. Do you know your next time you will have an educational live just so I don't miss out? I don't know. I used to, do lives, pretty much scheduled live. So I used to do every Sunday. Then we had the Wiseman on every Monday. I remember when I first started doing lives, I used to do a Tuesday night podcast. I used to do every Wednesday was testimonials. Thursday nights has normally been my night, and I do go live pretty much mostly every Thursday. Friday normally is the call-in show, but lately I'm not finna lie to you. I haven't been uh, I haven't been running with like a steady schedule. I'm just not. Um, I just don't want to commit myself to a specific night anymore. I'm not gonna lie to you. Committing yourself to a specific night, that was very very draining. Um, and I did it for a very very long time. I'm sorry, I'm talking, but I'm watching the game too. Um, so I just pretty much go on when I feel like it, you know. So I try to do at least one or two a week. You just got to pretty much turn your notifications on and make sure you turn all notifications on. And if you find yourself not getting the notifications, then unsubscribe and resubscribe. Just hit unsubscribe and then resubscribe again, and that should correct it. Sometimes that happens. But I do have a live that I've already got the artwork and stuff done for, that I've had done for about a week or two now. I just not that I haven't had the time to do it because I've done lives since I just you know I don't know. I think it's going to take some time, and I'm not in the spirit to do that type of live yet. But I should have a live coming up one day this week that'll be educational. I just don't know what day. Um, SD Walt, what up? Costas, what's going on? So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Everybody that got a mother, make sure you tell Marky Mark said happy Mother's Day. Hope y'all spent time with your mother. If you married, hopefully you spend time with your wife. If you got a boo thing, a baby mama, hope you took care of your baby mama. Make sure your baby mama was straight. If you dating somebody that got a kid, they a mom, make sure you do the right thing. You know what I mean? So, what up, though? What up? Uh, yeah, keep an eye out. Would love to talk about business. Spellcaster says educational, as if please continue to insult my intelligence. I don't know what that was about. But you know, when we go live vertically, you know, a lot of trolls come in. I guess I don't. A lot of trolls come in. You know, people who troll on Mother's Day too. SD Wall said Lee just left our restaurants, mom. Yeah, so me and my mom, we went out earlier this afternoon. I had reservations at 2:15. My OG like to do stuff early, so as soon as she came from church, she came here and we went out. I still got a few more bouquets, or I got two more bouquets that I still have for some other mothers that I gotta give, and I got some company coming over that I'm catering some food for, and that'll end my Mother's Day. So this is my little break in between um, doing what I've been doing before I had this company come over and order this food and entertain. Hey Mark, you dropped some game on books to help you learn business and develop the. Hey Mark, you dropped some game on books to help you learn business and develop the acumen. Yeah, I've listed some good books a couple times. Obviously, Rich Dad. Okay, you said you just finished Rich Dad Poor Dad. All right, well read um the autobiography of Sam Walton, Made in America. I think that's a good book. Made in America. Also read The 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. I think that's a good book. Read those two books. Start with Made in America by Tim Walton. I think that's a must read. Uh, Shout out to SD Walk. Say he just left out the restaurant with his OG. Mark, my starter in the box went out, took it out, and installed the new one myself. If you can't help yourself in this business, you're definitely in bad shape. Yeah, if you mechanically inclined where you can work on your own truck, that's good. That means you're gonna save a lot of money in the long run. I wasn't as fortunate to be that mechanically inclined when it comes to, you know, fixing my own vehicles. But trust and believe, if I was at the beginning, I would have. Or in some situations, you know what? Probably I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have had the time. I wouldn't have had the time. I would have still paid. But you know, if you are a single owner operator and you mechanically inclined where you can fix your own vehicle, then that'll definitely save you a lot of money. You see, Walter works on his own truck. Um, he may take a nice amount of time to do it, but you know, ultimately, you know, he's saving money. So I guess, you know, the time that you lose, I guess it kind of, you know, balances out with the money that you save, I guess, in the long run. Uh, um, Corey Jackson, what's going on? Kevin Garrett said, every time I see your name, I think I want to say Kevin Garnett, but it ain't no in there. So Kevin Garrett says it was mind blowing because he gave a perspective of both dads and the skills he used in his own life as an adult. Yeah, Rich Dad Poor Dad is one of those books that it's a must read. I know it. Everyone says it. You know, read Rich Dad Poor Dad, Rich Dad Poor Dad. But I do think it is a must read, and you know, like you said, it gives perspectives from two different points of view: a rich dad and a poor dad, and the whole assets over liabilities theory. Um, uh, but yeah, I'm glad you read it. Hi, Mark. What would be your preference for accepting payments from customers for junk removal services? Credit card. Credit, 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 credit. Credit card. Yep, credit card. Mm. Why is it so hard to get insurance? Um, I've never seen it. I've never experienced it being hard to get insurance. I've never heard anyone experience it being hard to get insurance new coming in. I hear people complaining about getting inexpensive insurance or affordable insurance. I hear people complain about high insurance, but why are you having a? What reason are they giving you that no insurance company wants to pick you up? Are you new? Are you not new and you've had claims and no one wants to touch you because you're high risk? What's the reason that they're giving you? Using Square for credit cards? I think Square is for beginners. I'm not, you know, I mean, you can use it, but I mean, there's other merchant services out here for you. But you can use Square. There's nothing wrong with Square. Um, you could use Stripe. I think Stripe is. I mean, Square and Stripe are, to me, are pretty much the same, but I like Stripe a little bit better. Um, Gerard says Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you too. He loves us all. Yes, new, no, don't have any claims. You need to find a broker. I don't think. Sounds like you don't have a broker. Sounds like you out here trying to do stuff on your own. And most insurance companies, other than like Progressive and maybe Byberg, aren't going to even talk to you unless you got a middleman. So you need a broker. Sounds like you need to find you a broker to shop you. Sounds like you need to find you a broker. Gaia, is it Gaia or Gaia? Says in Illinois right now, sitting in the truck. Aren't you at a truck stop chilling? Everybody that came in, that's a mom. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. Happy Mother's Day. Say you sitting at a Love's in Bloomington. All right, you about Central Illinois. You about Central Illinois. When you getting back out on the road tomorrow morning? Labola says Teeth got his tongue in jail. Must be talking about my gap. Okay, well, guess what? Trust me, if I wanted to close my gap, I could. You better believe it. I was gonna say something smart, but I ain't gonna do it on Mother's Day. I ain't gonna do it on Mother's Day, but some of y'all probably know where I was gonna go with it. But I ain't gonna do it on Mother's Day. You know, it was a lady flirting with me. She was sitting at the table next to me. Me and my mom was at dinner, and this lady was flirting with me. So trust me, this gap, it's the reason why I kept it all these years. I've been thinking about signing up for your class on your website just because we start moving business, and man, I don't got a class on moving. I don't have any classes. I got a lecture on how to start a box truck business. I got a lecture on market analysis and a lecture on and business plan, market analysis, and business plan, market, and how to start a box truck business. And then I got a free tutorial on how to get your how to set up your DOT and MC. As far as the moving business, man, I'm pretty much gave you all the jewels on that on multiple live streams. You said just because we started moving business, you saying man because of the money or is it because of the work or a combination of both? The business plan one? Oh, okay, yeah. The business plan is universal for any box truck business, yeah. Shout out to Kevin Burch. Rest in peace to all the moms that have passed away. You said customer. Crappy candles by Marcy, the business plan one. Been thinking about signing up for your class on your website because we started moving business. What's wrong with the customers? Good experience or bad experience? What's wrong with the customers? You're gonna have some customers that gonna want you to rearrange stuff, but you gotta look at it like this. You charging them by the hour. So, if they wanna waste time, then that's on them. If they wanna waste an hour having you put something in one room and then bringing it out and then taking it back, that's on them. When you getting paid by the hour, it's a different ball game. So, it's not like, let's say an OTR trucker and they're sitting at a dock waiting and that detention pay and, You know, that's fine and dandy, but when you charge somebody a couple $100 an hour, listen, if you want to play this back and forth game, we can play it. But just know, we charge you $250 an hour, 300 an hour, whatever we charge you per hour, we can keep playing this game, but it's costing you. So this game that we playing, we're getting paid for it, and you're spending to play this game. So that's fine. I never looked at it as a bad thing. Now, there's some times where it was frustrating because let's say that's like your second or let's say your third move of the day, or let's say it was just a move that was just a long move anyway. It's one of those 3 or 4 bedrooms, and you in the 10th or 11th hour, and you just ready to be done. The truck is unloaded, everything is put together, and now all of a sudden, hey, can you move this a little bit over here? Or you know what? I think we're gonna put this in that room, or can you take this armoire and put it on this side of the room instead? That's where you kind of get pissed off at. But like I said, they paying by the hour, so it is what it is. All right, so I guess the trolls realize that we don't play no games in here, so they coming with the Jesus stuff, which, I'm a Christian. But here's the thing. We'll block you too. Like if you get carried away, I'm gonna still have the moderators block you. Jesus is king. All right, but you can't come in here and trolling us. This is not a church live stream. So you can say it once or twice and 3 times. I'm fine with that because Jesus is king and I love the Lord and everything. But what I feel, by you continuously doing, you trying to disrupt what's going on over here. So, it only takes one time to say that. So don't think just because you switched it up, because this dude gonna block us, if we hit him with the Jesus is king and keep typing it, that you still won't get blocked. You're gonna get blocked. We're gonna let you do it 2 or 3 times, and then after the third Jesus is king, we're gonna block you. Now, we're not blocking you because we don't believe in God. We definitely believe in God. It's just you trying to disrupt what's going on over here. And you're using Jesus to do it, which is not cool. So we're gonna get you up out of here. My son keeps talking about these Dodge Skybags, but he told me he remembers what you talk about, instant delay gratification, but I guess it's not credible coming from me, so thanks, bro. Yeah, tell your son he don't want no Scat Pack. He don't want that. That's not even a comfortable drive. Y'all live in Atlanta too? You must don't know what's going on down in Atlanta. It's going on everywhere, but it's bad in Atlanta with them Scat Packs and them Hellcats. You can't, you damn near gotta sleep in the car. You know what I'm saying? You can't, be at a red light comfortable. You gotta look in all your mirrors. You can't park it anywhere. You don't want no Scat Pack. It's not even worth it, to be honest with you. You will never see a Scat Pack in my garage or a Hellcat ever. Would you charge some moving fee for? All right, Crafty Candles, you gotta retype that. I don't understand. 2 important things I learned about running my business for 18 years: never speak about religion and politics. So yeah, I never spoke about politics or religion. You know what? No one ever asked. I never got into those things. Like when you moving and final mile, man, people ain't really talking to you like that because they don't want you to make a mistake and damage something or nick something. They pretty much stay out your way. Constance, you was in the restaurant business, so it's more of a social setting. So sometimes patrons might want to talk to you and things like that. All right, let's get rid of YouTube demons. Let's get rid of YouTube demons. Let's get rid of him. Somebody said my roof looks poor. Okay. It does? Actually, this is a loft. So it's not even a roof. That's actually a ceiling. And I live in a loft. I live in a condo loft, which I bought 10 years ago. Um, so this is not a roof. It's a ceiling. This used to be a warehouse, and it was transformed into a loft. All right. I'm pretty sure this condo is probably about 3 times the cost of your house, and I'm not exaggerating. I swear to God, I'm dead ass serious. Uh, Mark, what did you use to accept payment when you were in the dump truck business? Stripe. Michael Salazar says, drop your Addy YouTube demons. YouTube demons. I think they blocked them already. Um, yeah, my mother's cool. She's at home. She likes to go out early. We had reservations at 2:15. So Kaza said, this is actually a very expensive set. See, that's how you know that people that don't know, you can tell people that don't know shit versus people that do know shit. That's why I'm like, when he said it, I'm just like, okay. All right. Now, you know, I've got good at ignoring certain things. Certain things I respond to if I feel like it. Certain things I don't. So when I hear a person say some stupid shit like that, I just ignore it because clearly they don't know. That's actually a very expensive cinnamon spray. It's crazy money. Hey, you know Costas, but clearly that person doesn't know. So we doing inspections, DOT look for control substance alcohol, which means if you're right and clean, it would be all in your truck. Yeah, y'all been kind of nervous leading up to this week, man. Some people saying don't drive. And listen, if you good and you on the up and up, I say go get the money. I say go get the money, man. If you on the up and up, if you on the up and up, go get the money, man. That's just like you being licensed to carry a firearm, but every time you see a police officer, you get scared. You licensed, you legal. If everything is right, you got your CCW, you legal, then you ain't got shit to worry about. You done went through everything that you needed to go through to legally carry a firearm, so that if you ever got to use it, uh, you're covered. So if you've been running your box truck business correct, you don't got nothing to worry about. It just be another day. It is what it is. I wouldn't not go get money if you know you on the up and up, if you good. You know, I'm not letting nobody stop me from nothing. Especially if I know I'm on the up and up. I'm straight. You know what I mean? So hey Costas, you know what? I think I'm getting out of the city when the DNC come. I think I'm leaving Chicago for that week, man. I'm out of here. I don't want to be caught up in that, man. It's gonna be crazy, man. I don't want to get caught up in that, man. I think I'm out of here that week. I think I'm gonna go to, I don't know, I'm gonna go somewhere for that week. Maybe Cabo or something. I'm getting out of Chicago. Uh, um, let me see. Uh, let me see. Pippi in the building. Shout out to Pippi. Happy Mother's Day to Pippi. Happy Mother's Day to Pippi, the lead moderator in the chat. Happy Mother's Day to all the other mothers in the building. Hope you guys had a great and fun and exciting Mother's Day. Hope everybody spent time with their mom. To everybody that came in, I see the room kind of built up. So happy Mother's Day to everybody that is a mother. Hope you guys had a good Mother's Day. Yeah, everybody tell Pippi happy Mother's Day. Show Pippi some love. Mark, what did you use? Did I answer this question in your dumpster? Yeah, credit card. So for the past, we was taking credit cards starting back in 2012 or 2013. And believe it or not, when I first started taking credit cards, Square was just introduced. So maybe 2011, 2012. Because I was looking for an alternative. We were accepting cash. This was still when I was under the table, and Square was new still. So that was like the only merchant that you could use on the go, which was right on time. The guy who founded Twitter at the time created Square. And then in 2017 or 2018, we switched over to Stripe. When you assemble furniture, if you're just going to a job just to do assembly of furniture, you just charge a flat fee based on what you're assembling. Now, if you're doing a move and the move, requires you disassembling stuff and then obviously reassembling it, that's just a part of the hourly. Whatever whatever the job entails when it comes to moving, it's all a part of the hourly. So when you moving somebody, you're gonna have to take things apart and put things back together. You're gonna have to take tables apart. You're gonna have to take beds apart and stuff like that. You don't charge a separate fee. All of that is a part of the move. So the time that it takes to take these things apart and put them back together, then that's just a part of the move. So. Everybody want to know about my ceiling today. So, yo, what up, Mark? Checking in from Denver. Had to hit the road right quick and make that bad. That's what it is. That's what's up, beauty. What kind of ceiling is this? It's a spray ceiling. As far as like, the technical stuff, I don't know. I know it's not cheap. I know it's costly to do it. but I bought the place like this. So, hey Mark, what is the latest on Mayor Tiffany? Nothing. You know, Axel kept wanting me to talk about Tiffany Henyard. Mark, you're in Chicago. You should go out there. Mark, you're in Chicago. That'll be great content. You know what I said? I said, Axel, you see all these other content creators that jump from one thing to another, coming flying to Chicago, going out there, and they're making content. They don't live here. They act like they're concerned about Dalton, and they're out there just milking the people in that community for content, making the YouTube dollars. They don't give a shit about Dalton. And I said, eventually, it's going to turn around and bite them in the ass. I said it wouldn't bite me in the ass because I live in Chicago and Dalton is right outside the city, right? So it wouldn't bite me in the ass. I said those people are taking advantage of them. And I said it's going to come back to bite them in the ass eventually. And it ain't going to come from Tiffany Henyard. It's going to start coming from the people. And sure enough, the people on their ass. The one guy from Oklahoma, it's people from Chicago that's in Oklahoma right now searching for that guy and dropping receipts. Like, you can't exploit people. If you're really trying to help people, help them. I don't live in Dalton, right? Even though it's right outside the city, I don't live in Dalton. I don't pay taxes in Dalton. I don't own anything in Dalton. So that's really not my problem. I think, whatever she's doing, that's their problem. They voted her. They voted her in. I'll say this. They voted her in. And before they voted her in as mayor, she was on the news for being a bad landlord. She was on the news for being a bad landlord. She, had other shit going on that, made her make the news. So, they still voted her as mayor. So it is what it is. They got to deal with the problem that they voted for. That's on them. Yeah. I hope they figure it out. Yo, OG, what days do you go live and allow people to video call in? Like Friday, the call-in show Fridays. Bro, I thought you was Snoop Dogg for a split second. Okay. So yes, today was just a little difficult, but we did an assemble for a couple shows, and it took a lot longer than expected, and the lady wasn't willing to pay full price. So when it comes to assembling stuff, you got to kind of know what you're doing. I know it's easier said than done, but, as you put more things together, you'll become more mechanically inclined with assembling things. So those earlier jobs, but you shouldn't be charging a person an hourly rate. Well, if that was a part of the moving job, then the hourly rate is the hourly rate. So what happens when you're taking something apart, when you're doing a moving job, the person or the two people who take it apart, you got to kind of have a photographic memory so that when you go to put it back together, you know what you're doing. You shouldn't just be taking the stuff apart and not paying attention to how it was set up. Take a picture. All right, take a picture. All right, a cabinet or if a bookshelf, depending on how big it was, you probably shouldn't have had to take that apart anyway. So, you said a shelf. So if it was a bookshelf, you probably shouldn't have took that apart to begin with. Kyle said that spray foam provides the best insulation, does not chip or crumble, and is white because it has a special fire barrier. It won't ignite in crazy temps. Very, very expensive. Costas knows more about it than me, I know the place wasn't cheap. So ain't shit about this place cheap. And the location. So, but yeah, this is an old warehouse. I'm not going to say what. This is a historic building that I live in. And it used to be a warehouse. and it was a historic warehouse. I'm not going to go into details. Um, uh, and it was converted into true lofts. So there is exposed brick in here, um, but it's facing out where the balcony is, and I don't want to show it because then it'll kind of let people know where I live. So you got exposed brick. Um, and it's a true loft. It's a real loft. It's not one of those manufactured uh, lofts. So what do you think about that lady who helping these homeless people under the bridge? You talking about Inglewood Barbie? She got a fat you dig. Nah, Inglewood Barbie, she cool. I don't know her personally, but I mean, she been doing what she been doing for years. So she get a lot of love in the city. Like, she get a lot of love in the city. A lot of love. You come for Inglewood Barbie, it's gonna be a lot of gangsters coming after you. And she's a gangster herself. Believe it or not, she's a GD. So she is very, very plugged in and out of the city, and yeah, what she does is dope. From sleeping in the tent, to raise the money to feeding them. When is her season when she feeds the homeless every day? I think it starts in October through April. Uh, yeah, so she's been doing it for years. So the whole city supports what she does. Do I think she's risking her life? Nah, she been doing that for years, bro. Ain't nobody gonna mess with her. She plugged. And when I say plug, people that know what I mean, they know what I mean. I'm not gonna go into details, but she's one of those people that she's plugged. Like ain't nobody gonna touch her. Ain't nobody gonna mess with her. I mean, she going on about 10 years doing that, and ain't nothing happened to her, and it's a reason why. So, without going into too many politics behind that, yeah, it was just a two shelf, and she ordered it offline. Yeah, see, the stuff like that shouldn't take that long. That's probably why she didn't pay. But I don't know. I don't know if that was during the move or you just got hired to assemble the shelf. If you just got hired to assemble the shelf, then you should have charged a flat fee. If it was part of the move, then if you took too long to assemble it, let's say, then maybe knock a quarter of an hour off or maybe a half an hour or give her a 10% discount. Here go Axel, always tweaking. Uh, what you think about that, Lee? Okay, I answered that. Hey, Barbara Lee, you know a lot about Chicago stuff. From Inglewood Barbie to Tiffany Henyard. You know a lot about what's going on up here. Crafty Candles by Marcy says, "You are very handsome, Mark. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that." Latrice says, "Mark, you always say come into the industry with low overhead. I have two paid for trucks, 2005, 2007. People laughed, told me not to buy old trucks, but now I have the last laugh with my net profit." Exactly. Hey, you were one of the smart ones. So, a lot of people come in, and I always tell the stories. This lady that argued me to death. argued me to death. Said, I'm getting me a new truck. I said, ma'am, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think, the margins are very low. I think if you get a new truck, and this was in 2022, I think if you get a new truck, it's not looking good. I'm getting me a new truck. I'm gonna be in it all day, every day. I'm getting me a new truck. And sure enough, she didn't last 6 months. I think she lasted like 3 or 4 months. Yeah, between that $4,000 note she had, it was like 3,500 for the note, 3,600, something like that, and then another 3,000 for the insurance. She couldn't handle it. You know what I mean? So, um, you ain't got to tell me. My first trucks were 8 years old when I bought them. 8 years old, and so I bought 2005s in 2013, and paid for them cash. You know, paid for them cash, and best thing I could ever do. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a lot of people want nice, new, shiny things, but man, a work truck is a work truck, man. A 10-year-old truck is gonna break down just like a new truck. Eventually, a new truck is gonna break down. I've never had any powertrain issues. I've had one powertrain issue, and that was with one of the new trucks I bought. At 80,000 miles, the transmission went out. My first truck I ever bought, I still own it. Never had a powertrain issue. That truck is 19 years old, and I still own it. No powertrain issues. 19 years old, no powertrain issues. So, I need to make money. I need more money coming in my pocket than going out of it. And and one of the easiest ways to keep more money is to have low overhead. So if I was coming into this business right now, I would be looking for me a 2012, 2013, 2011, 2014, something that's going to be really, really inexpensive that I can cash out, because I know if I'm coming into this business, I'm doing what I need to do initially so that I have my money to cash out. I'm not going to just jump in trying to borrow, beg, this, that, and the third. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to come in with the truck and pay for it cash and get to running. So if I got to go, let's say, do some Uber Eats or some DoorDash or whatever it is I got to do to come up with that money to get that truck on the low, then that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Jonathan said he got 2005, 68 rate per mile, killing it right now. Hey, Mark, that contract plus moving $500 a day play for the Sprinter van works. I told you it worked. That's why I ain't been in here. I've been busy, busy, busy. Listen, as more and more people start listening and consuming the information that I've been given and trying it, I'm telling you. Listen, I'm giving you the blueprint. I'm telling you what I did. And I didn't do that with a Sprinter van. But I know it works. Mark, you look like you a trustee or a kitchen worker live streaming from a Fed joint. All right. Let's play Big Bank, take Little Bank, Axel. You want to play? You'll probably pay me. You probably the one YouTuber that if you lose, you'll actually pay. Let me know when you want to play. working towards the box. Want to put a transit on the road first. I got my phone on the charger for a minute. The battery was dying. That's why I'm standing by the light. So I'm two on the money. Yeah. I mean, when people listen, they see that like, damn, he right. If people listen sooner instead of, just being naive and stubborn, I'm telling you how to make the money. I want y'all to make the money so y'all can be barricaded in the house like me. Content creator subscribers say, man, Mark barricaded in the house like it's a bad thing. That's a flex. I want y'all to be barricaded in the house too. So you can buy a crib that you love so that you can always be in it. So you can be barricaded like me. Hey, Barbara Lee, your favorite content creator, somebody sent me and said, man, the guy is always buried. Subscriber tell me, they watch. The guy is barricaded in the house. Okay. Like it's a bad thing or something to be in the house. All day the guy is in the house. All right, well, guess what? Between the mortgage and the condo association fees, that's about damn near $3,000. So it's got to be in the house all day. The mortgage and the condo association fees getting paid. That's all that matters. Why I'm barricaded in the house. Oh man. Mark, where are the van and box truck YouTubers? Where you think they at? They not here. They gone. They did what they were supposed to do. We've had this conversation. They came and they made money off naive people. I mean, they did what they supposed to do and they got out. They did like what any business person do. They get into something, they make the money, and then they exit. Now, the people who consumed the information and was misled and bought into all the bullshit, they don't have nobody to blame but themselves. They follow the trend. They listen to the wrong people. They follow people that got in the same time they was getting in, and they bought their courses and they bought their mentorship. None of these people lied. They documented their journey. Hey, just bought my first box truck. They did a video saying they bought their first box truck. They showed you their trials and tribulations of buying their first box truck, and then a week later, they drop a mentorship in the course and people go buy it. So you saw this person just bought a box truck last week, and then a week later, you go buy their course. What do you think they learned in a week? And then you come complaining to me that you got screwed. So tell me who's really the fool? So, I mean, there's no interest in this industry anymore. This industry is not popular anymore. When it was popular, people took advantage of it and they exploited it. It's not popular anymore. The people who are still here are the people who really do it. Now, there's some people that came in that are still here that came in during the pandemic, right? But they're still, hanging around. There's people that came in during the pandemic that left. All right. So for the most part, the people that came in and left, they were the people who were really just coming in to exploit the situation. It is what it is. If something's not making money for a person, all right, and that's what their intentions is to create content for monetary gain, then you're going to slowly see them slowly stop making content because they're only here to make money from it, right? I'm not here for that. I'm here to really help people, right? I always say there's no money in this. Not in this niche. So it's just like when you always said, Mark, you should talk about Tiffany Henyard, you should do this. You're in a city where there's great content for migrants, Tiffany Henyard, the crime, the mayor, it's just so much national news. In Chicago, you could really be a big creator because you're there. You tell me this all the time, and I say no. I'm not a content creator that just jumps from one extreme to the next, following the trend to make money from it. I'm not like Anton or Angry Man or none of these guys that do that. That's what they do, right? I started the channel to talk about box truck again from my experience, from being an experienced uh, business owner centered around box trucking, final mile and moving, right? And even though I live in a market where there's great content and I could easily probably get hundreds of thousands of subscribers and make 50, 60, 70, $80,000 a month easily, right? I still don't do it. Tiffany Henyard, they ain't got shit to do with me. I don't live in Dalton. I don't give a goddamn about no migrants. I don't care about Brandon Johnson. I don't care about the crime because according to the Box Truck content creator, I'm barricaded in the house anyway, so I'm not out there. You dig what I'm saying? Where I'm, having to deal with the crime. So, I'm not here for that. I don't need. I don't care. Like the way I came in is the way I'm going out. I created box truck content. I'm gonna continue to create box truck content, so I don't create box truck content no more. If I decide to do something else, it won't be on this. It won't be on this channel. I'll create a whole nother channel and build that up from scratch. But I don't have any desire to do that at the moment. So it is what it is. I know that was a long-winded answer, but it is what it is. ATL saturated in all lanes. Everybody grabbing and running for pennies. So that means you gotta cut your costs then. You said stop it. What I do? Mark, did you take your mom out to dinner? Yep. We went out. 2:15 was our reservation. Took her to dinner, man. To a nice restaurant. We talked. We kicked it. We hung out. Now she's home in the bed. And I got company coming through. That's why I'm still up and dressed. No, normally, I would be in my black or my white or my gray tee, but I guess my home girl, she want to come by, so I gotta entertain. We might go out. I think I'm probably gonna go out. We probably go out. So I'm probably gonna go out, hear some music, grab a drink. That's why I'm still dressed. I know I missed some questions. I got 540. Hold on, let me make sure I ain't getting no calls. Let me see. I answered that. Let me see. How many miles on a used truck should I purchase? That all depends. If I was going to look for a truck, I probably wouldn't flirt with nothing more than maybe 250,000 miles, 300 at the most. Miles to me don't matter. Like they do, but they really don't. They do, but they don't. So. Shout out to Barbara Lee. Roger Lacey, what up? Roger Lacey, what's up? Yeah, but I just came on for a minute just to kick it. Tell everybody happy Mother's Day. Hope everybody enjoyed their Mother's Day and ate good, drank good if you drink. Some of the mothers, make sure y'all had a nice Mother's Day hat. Now, if you're a young mama, then you probably didn't get all into the hats and stuff like that. My mom had on her Mother's Day hat. Um, some of y'all young mamas, y'all probably went to brunch or something like that. Went to a little day party brunch or something like that. Hope you did. Whatever you wanted to do on Mother's Day, this was your day. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Yeah, so. All right, so this week coming up, we probably going to do another video, do a live stream. People keep asking when I'm going to go live. Just make sure you got your notifications on. Make sure you got your notifications on. Call-in show will be later this week, maybe Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure. It may be earlier. I don't have any set day for the call-in show. Normally we do it on Friday, but I may do it earlier this week. Excuse me. It all depends. So. Say young mamas have like 5 dinners a day. What you saying? Young mamas is you saying they out there like that? I don't think they having like 5 dinners. You saying they out there like that? Five daddies, 5 dinners. Listen, if a chick got 5 baby daddies, then that means she dealing with a lot of no good dudes to begin with. Them dudes ain't taking her. Each one of them baby daddies not taking her to no dinner. A chick that got multiple baby daddies, if she dealing with a guy currently, that guy probably do something for her. And maybe her kids, depending on how old her children are. But ain't no previous baby daddy doing something for they baby mama. They probably got a new baby mama that they doing something for that's current. Since 2010. So 14 years. Barbara Lee. Roger Lacey said went 3 for 3 on Thumbtack today. Booked them all. That's a 100% turnaround, and that's good. So whatever you paid for those leads, it was well worth it. I suggest everybody that's running Thumbtack, go unlimited. Listen, you can't be scared to go unlimited. I don't know what people's money is like, but here's the thing. Unlimited means unlimited. All right. At the beginning, Monday, you're going to have your most competition because that's when everybody's budget refreshes. But people that have a budget, $100, $150, $200, man, they're going to exhaust that the first or second day. All right. By the end of the week, when Wednesday, Thursday come around, you have less people to compete against. So you want to be around. All right. You want to have unlimited. The key is to book the jobs. My Thumbtack has always been unlimited. Always. I showed y'all my Thumbtack. Y'all seen how much money I was spending for years on a day basis. 100, 150, some days $200 a day. Y'all have seen it. I've showed it multiple times. So even though I wasn't on YouTube during my tenure, I've given you guys insight on how I operated my business during that time. All right. So if you see me spending $100, $150 a day on Thumbtack, I already told you I was making, right? I'm spending that type of money because it's opening me up to more opportunity. It's keeping me at the top of the page, right? It's opening me up to more customers, which is opening me up to more money. Remember, the goal is to be barricaded in your house. You want to make so much money that you can retire and be barricaded in your house, right? You don't want to have to go out for the rest of your life and work on a box truck. Trust me, especially in moving. If you're active on the moving truck and you don't have any plans to scale and remove yourself from the truck, you got a window. You got a window. This is just the fact of the matter. You have a window. You can't continue to move for 20 and 30 years. It's not something that has a 20 to 30 year lifespan. Your knees are going to go bad. Your hips are going to go bad. Your lower back is going to go bad. I don't care how much you tape up your knees. I don't care what type of back brace you put on. I don't care what type of knee support you put, elbow support. You can look like LeBron James. You got the leg thing and shit like that. Man, don't none of that shit matter. None of that shit matter. You know, that constant wear and tear of going up and down flights of stairs with heavy furniture is going to wear on you over time, right? So you have to make the money. You have to appropriate it the correct way. You have to take it and invest into other things. You have to give yourself a window of time, an exit strategy, when, right? You got something that you're working towards so that when that time comes, and trust me, your body is going to tell you when that time comes. It's going to tell you. But if, let's say your window is 10 years, come on, man, you can run up a nasty bag in 10 years. You can run up a nasty bag in 1 year, 2 years. From right now until the end of September, you should be making money every day. Every day. This weekend, look how many colleges let out this weekend. I see them. I've seen them all weekend. The colleges that I've went past or drove past this weekend, everybody's moving. Parents are up here with U-Haul trailers to the back of their pickup. You see kids moving their shit in speed boxes, pushing them through campus on four-wheel dolly. It was plenty of opportunity this weekend to move people, long distance and local. Y'all want the money, I'm telling you where the money is at. Them type will get you though, man. It's changed since the beginning. I got charged 120 for a lead one time. The reason why you got charged 120 for a lead is because you had probably like 4 or 5 bedroom or long distance. I got charged $100 and some dollars for a long distance, and I turned long distance off. I said this in one of the videos. Don't turn on long distance, and don't turn on anything more than 3 bedrooms. All right, 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom, 6 bedroom. The higher the bedrooms, the more money the lead. All right, so 3 bedrooms, cut it off. All right, 3 bedrooms, cut it off. Don't cut on 4 bedrooms, uncheck 5 bedrooms, uncheck 6 bedrooms. Don't um don't activate long distance. Some people hustle to be seen, others hustle to never be seen again. True. A lot of people that's hustling to be seen, they out in the world right now, being seen. Some people get busy so they can be barricaded in the house. Just make sure you buy you a house that you comfortable being barricaded in. We wouldn't want you to be barricaded in nothing that you miserable in. Come on, man. I'm watching the game. When you see me looking at the TV, I'm looking at the game. I think Denver gonna take this one. It's gonna be 2-2. Yoke. Ooh. Josh said, when did you get out of jail? Man, when your OG came and bonded me out. She didn't tell you? She didn't tell you? Latrice, we was using Home Advisor, but they don't exist anymore. Angie's Lead acquired them. So it's Angie's Leads now. It's not Angie's List anymore. It's Angie's Lead, and they acquired Home Advisor. We were using Home Advisor. I was using Home Advisor and Thumbtack, but I only got like 1 or 2 inquiries off of Thumbtack, believe it or not. Like Thumbtack and junk removal. Junk removal isn't that popular, I guess, on Thumbtack. It was way more popular on Home Advisor. It got a shit ton of leads on Home Advisor. Crafty Kendall said this weekend was great. This month's been amazing. That's good. Um, oh. You also want to, if you got a dump trailer, I don't know what type of trailer you got, but if you got a dump trailer or if you looking to buy one, I would suggest getting a 7x14 with the 4-foot sidewalls. Don't get one with the low side, like the 2-foot, where you got to build the walls up using like 2x4s. Just go ahead and spend the money and get a 4-foot, a 7x14 with the 4-foot sidewalls. A 6x12 gonna be too small. 714 gonna be right in the middle. 714 with the 4-foot sidewalls, you be off to the races. And then with that, you can get it lettered. I wouldn't get a full wrap on a dump trailer. I would definitely get it lettered so that wherever you're working, your trailer's at doing jobs, it's also working as a moving billboard as well. You know, and then you don't necessarily have to do just junk removal as far as you actually doing the labor. You could use your dump trailer and rent it out. So you can have a person, let's say a person want to do a clean out, but they want to do the labor themselves. You can charge just for that, $250 for the day, just to rent the dumpster. You can rent your dump trailer like renting a dumpster. All right, boom, you're gonna do the labor yourself. All right, I got a 714, 7x14, it's $250 for the day. You take it there in the morning, you unhitch it, you drop it off, back it into their driveway or whatever, unhitch it, leave it there for the day, give them 24 hours. The next morning, go back and pick it up. Go back and pick it up. So you don't necessarily have to. I see this super chat. Somebody, a $50 super chat. Who is that? Shout out to Latrice. Appreciate that, Latrice. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So you don't have to do the actual labor. You could provide the dump trailer with the service, right? Or you can also, and I should say, you can also offer just the dump trailer for dumpster rental. Okay. Some people might not want to pay the labor, and that's fine. I ain't no problem. You can rent the trailer, $250 for the day, 24 hours. Knock yourself out. Just don't fill it up over the line. We got to be able to roll the net over it. All right, because we don't want to get a ticket transporting it to the dump. You fill it up over the line, we're going to charge you a X amount of fee. You got their credit card on hold. It's in the contract anyway. Don't fill it up over this line. We got to be able to close the door, and we got to be able to pull the net over it. All right? Make sure you get a dump trailer that got the net. Drop it off, come back the next day and get it. You just taking it to the dump. That's it. My bad, my battery was down. Y'all probably didn't even hear shit I said. Hold on, let me put this on the charger. Let's see. Yeah, appreciate the super chat, Latrice. Happy Mother's Day if you're a mom. All right, Marcy, be safe. Y'all talking about partials. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a lot of money out here. Storm says I look high. I never smoked weed a day in my life, so we know that's a lie. We know that's a lie. See, people just be saying shit. So clearly you never watch my content. I just naturally got slanted eyes. My eyes are just naturally just slanted. I've never smoked weed a day in my life, ever. My eyes are just naturally slanted. So we're going to give you a pass because you're on the new. Yeah, so it's a lot of ways to make money. You just have to be creative, and think outside of the box, and apply a little elbow grease. Not, I think everybody's looking for easy ways to make money, and I'm gonna be honest with you. The very few people that have never, really done like labor intensive work or just work in general that come up with an idea that, where they're making a lot of money with doing very minimal work. Those people are few and far between, all right? It takes time to get to a level, and having a business acumen where you can create ways to make money with doing minimal work. One of the easiest ways to already have money, right? And then, utilizing your money to make more money. But you got to build that money up. In order to build that money up, you got to work, right? A lot of the stuff that I do now, I wouldn't have been able to do it 15 years ago, right? Because I didn't have the capital, I didn't have the assets, I didn't have everything that I have now that I was able to obtain from doing work, right? Nor the know-how, right? So you got to do the hard stuff first. Build up your money, build up your assets, and as you're doing that, you're learning. You're meeting people, you're talking to people, And as you become a smarter business person, uh, over time, you'll start investing into things that are not as labor intensive, and you'll find yourself making money, more money, a lot easier, right? And that's ultimately the goal. Max says I should. I think I'm gonna stay away from it. I ain't did it in all these years. Ain't no reason to start now. Appreciate that super chat. Crafty Candles by Marcy. Appreciate that. Appreciate all the moms with the super chats today. The mom's feeling good today. But nah, Mac 12. I'm gonna pass on that, big dog. I ain't never did it. No, this time I ain't gonna start now. I never was a person that, fell into peer pressure. I was the peer that created the pressure. I never was a guy that followed the crowd, man. When everybody was experimenting with weed in high school, I didn't. I didn't need to fit in. As far as smoking weed is concerned. So nah. And I've always had to be aware of my surroundings too. So I'm I'm the type of person where I don't want to put myself in any type of situation where my mind or is going to be it's going to put me at a point where I'm tweaking and I'm off my square, right? So I don't want to do things that have me off my square. And I think when people be smart, and to each his own. I don't really care, but coming from the environment that I come from, it's always you know been important to stay on point. So now as an adult, I may indulge in a 1942, a glass of 1942 here and there, in a social setting. But other than that, nah, I don't do much. You know, I don't do much. Uh, oh yeah, let me text somebody calls. Mally said, "Can she have a shout out?" Nope. Hell no. We don't do shout outs over here. I ain't even never seen you before. We don't do shout outs. Look like you just got sniped anyway, so. Yeah, it's a lot of bots in here, man. A lot of bots, trolls, all type of crazy shit. When you stream vertically, it should just be a lot of bots and trolls, man. All right. All right. Well, I appreciate the super chats. Probably do a members only live stream this week. I'm gonna do a regular live stream and definitely a call-in show. So I got a dope live stream I'm working on. It's gonna require some participation, so I may need some people to participate. Um, and I'm gonna let y'all know. It's never been done before. We do things that's never been done before over here, so I'm working on that. Uh, but I like your haircut, bro. I don't have a haircut. I got long hair. I don't have a haircut, sir, or ma'am, or whatever. We appreciate though. Let me see. All right, anybody got any questions before I get out of here? Since we got all the people that was concerned about trolls and the trolls earlier and all the other people that was on dumb shit. We got any questions before I get out of here? Sometimes with on YouTube, I had to figure this shit out on my own. What times you come on live so I can catch you from the beginning? Man, I just be coming on random. You gotta turn the notifications on. You gotta subscribe, right? And then you gotta turn on the notifications. Make sure you click the bell and turn it on to all, the notification bell, and hit all. Because if you keep it on personalized, it's not gonna send you every time I go live. So you gotta make sure you set it to all. So click that bell and scroll to all, and then you'll get the notifications. Hey, Mark, the other night, I'm back. All right, so my people finna come through here. So I'm gonna get out of here. But hey, Mark, the other night I asked you to give us an example of how you make a sales call on Book and Wooly, and I tried what you said and it worked. Cool. Glad you tried it. Yeah, man. You know, everything that I give you guys, you gotta remember for all the new people. You talking about years of experience, not 2, 3. You talking about over a decade and a half, damn near, of experience. So, and I'm not bragging. I'm just, you know, when you see people come in saying, "Man, Mark, I tried what you said and it worked." Mark, you right, man. Mark, you ain't never lied. That goes to show you everything. When I always say, man, experience is going to be your best teacher. Experience, 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 experience. I have the experience, right? So everything that I'm telling you is because I've seen success from it, right? I've seen success from it. I know how to make money. Making money is not hard. It becomes easy once you know how to make it. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And you know, luckily for y'all, I'm giving it to y'all. I'm not, you know, charging nobody for it or all this goofball stuff you see all these other people try to do, and they don't have the experience that I have. You know, like I always say, me and Kirk, you know, even though we, you know, he throws his little cheap ass shots for what reason, I don't know. And I be ignoring them, you know what I'm saying? But you can't really take away from his experience. As far as box truck content creation, me and him got the most experience. So you can listen to who you want to listen to. And there's a lot of people that don't like me. They don't like the way I present content. They say, "Oh, this dude is cocky, he's arrogant." They say that about him too. But I think the reason why a lot of people say that is because when you know what you're talking about, it may just come off as arrogance. Like, I'm not trying to sell you to like me. I really could give a damn if you like me or you don't like me. The information is the information. I'm giving you the information. So if you don't want to take the information because you don't like the way it's presented, then all right, we'll miss out on all this free information, all this free knowledge that's proven. Ignore it because you think these two guys are cocky. And it's not cocky. It's just what it is. When you know what you're talking about, it may come off as arrogance. It may seem like that, but it's not. It's more confidence. Because I know I can say it confidently because I know if you go out and you apply it, it's gonna work. That's what it is. It's gonna work. Yeah. So yeah, as long as you got that, mouthpiece, and like you said, and you know how to what to say. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why when I gave you that example the other night, that's what you say. You get them on the phone and you get to running off at the mouth. You know what I'm saying? You sell them, man. It's moving season. Hey, man. Well, let me call a few movers. Well, man, it's moving season, and movers book up kind of quick. So try not to wait too long. I do have a 9 available, and then here's another way you get them too. You always want to book your mornings first. I'm gonna give you this, and I'm gonna get out of here. This is the way you set your days up. So boom, the first is a busy moving day. Person called for the first. Boom. They say, oh, we want a afternoon move. You always want to fill your morning out, then your afternoon and your evening. You don't want to leave gaps. Well, ma'am, it is moving season. The first is a very, very busy moving day. And I'm just going to be honest with you. History always repeats itself. Usually the crews run behind. Moving is it's very labor intensive. And a lot of customers, they always, once they get to packing, they always have more stuff than they say they have. And you don't want to, if a morning slot is available, you want to take the morning slot because we can ensure you an exact arrival time because you'll be the first move of the day. All right, as we get later into the afternoon and the evening, we'll give you a 3-hour window or a 4-hour window, however you do it. But there is a possibility that the crew may be running behind on that 3-hour window. And once the crew gets behind, the later you try to book a move in a day, the farther behind the truck will be. You know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. You're right, because I did move 2 years ago and I had an afternoon move. It was scheduled for 4 and these guys didn't get here to 8 o'clock. You know what? Yeah, let me take the morning so that way I'll be the first move of the day. And then, man, you don't want, your evening move that you might be their second or their third move. Now the guys are fatigued, and I'm just warning you, we like to be up front with our customers. And I mean, it's obvious you got guys that are out moving. You're an evening move. You're their third move of the day. They're not gonna have fresh legs as they would at 8 o'clock in the morning. You know what? You're right. We want our guys to be fresh. We don't want to have movers after they've been out moving other people all day because we want to kind of get this done. Yeah, book me for the 8 o'clock. They'll be here at 8, right? I'll be the first move. Yep, 8 o'clock. So they'll be here at 8 sharp. Yep, 8 sharp. You're the first move of the day, so we can give you an exact time. You sell them on that. Then boom. Now you got your morning out the way. Now you focus on your afternoon. Then you focus on your evening if you have time for an evening move, right? Also, I think I said this before. Me personally, I stopped scheduling elevators in the afternoon and the evening because I can only give a window, and most buildings give a window, and I can't guarantee in the afternoon and the evening that the crew is going to get there at the beginning of their window. All right. And you want to book the money, you don't think another job is going to come, so you take it. But I'm telling you, it's going to end bad for you. It's going to end bad for you. Don't take an elevator move, a scheduled elevator move, meaning, hey, I need to move my building. I got my elevator scheduled from 12 to 2. You guys got to be here at 12. Don't assume you're going to make it because that first job, it may run behind. You never know what may happen. Don't put yourself in a trick bag. Another customer will call. You don't want to set yourself up for getting a bad review because you're late. You might come there and work your ass off and do a hell of a job, but they still going to knock a few stars off because you're late, especially if they lose that elevator and they got to go to the property management and beg them, or if there's another move lined up right after that and they like, man, too bad you missed your elevator. I got the elevator from 2 to 4, right? Somebody else got it from 4 to 6. So after how much money you make, do you make the decision to scale up more trucks and drivers? I made the decision to scale up once I kept getting calls. So once I had one truck moving and I was booked 3 moves a day and I still had 50 people calling me a day, I said, I'll go get another truck. And then once that truck had 3 moves a day and I still was getting 50 calls, I said, I'll go get another truck. And I just kept doing it like that. If the business, I never scaled with the hopes of finding business. I scaled because the business was there already. They were just calling me, So I didn't go look. I did everything grassroots, and that's why I encourage people to go grassroots. Because grassroots ain't gonna cost you that much, and you're not gonna have to go find the money. The money is coming to you. The money is there. They're already calling you. The only thing you got to do is go get the labor, the people, and the equipment. The money is calling you every day. You just turn them away because you don't have a second truck and the manpower to man that truck. You go get that truck and that manpower, the money already calling you, then you ready to roll. If money is still calling you after you book that truck up, then you go get some more manpower and you go get another truck. Some people like to go get this shit and then go find the money. I didn't do it like that. I grassrooted everything. I grassrooted and I bootstrapped everything. Man, they be sniping shit before I even see it. All I see is message deleted by Pippi. I could see the message, but I don't even go back and click to open it once she deleted it. I don't even care. Yeah, you come in here on some dumb shit, you bots, you trolls, clowns, goofies. I'm telling you, I got snipers on the roof. I'm telling you, and they aim is headshots. We only doing headshots. Headshots, we know it, no chest cavities, center mass chest cavity. We're not doing none of that over here. We doing straight headshots. I'm telling you, they on the roof. They on the roof. They all up there on the roof. I'm telling you, you come here on some dumb shit, the red dot is on you. All right, my bad. My company is here, guys. Somebody asked proof about my snipers. I think they just showed you the proof because I don't see you here no more. So, all right, man, I gotta go. My company's here, so appreciate everybody. I will check y'all later on this week. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Until then, peace out. Happy Mother's Day. Peace.